Hey there, passionate Washington Commanders fans. Today we have a super special analysis for you, and get ready because we're going to explore a perspective that no one is talking about regarding our next clash against the Eagles in Week 11. And I'm warning you, if you're a true fan, you'll want to watch until the end. This is one of those games that will test any fan's heart, so don't waste time, leave a like here, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news about our team. Getting straight to the point, Thursday night's matchup will be a true trial by fire for the Washington Commanders. If we want to come out victorious, the secret will be winning in the trenches, both on defense and offense. And of course, everyone knows that line play is essential, but there's one key piece that deserves special attention. Here's a hint. He won't be in the middle of the chaos, but rather on the sideline, facing some of the league's best wide receivers. This standout player is one of our cornerbacks, who has been inconsistent, but now will have the chance to prove he can be decisive. After all, when you're facing guys like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, pressure is inevitable. Our defensive game will be challenged not only by their talent, but by the need to cover every inch of the field. Perimeter coverage will be crucial. The Commanders' defense, which struggled last week against the Steelers, needs a firm response against the Eagles. The goal is simple, but not easy. Keep Philadelphia's offense out of danger zones and prevent the ball from easily reaching their playmakers' hands. This depends on the consistent performance of our cornerback, who has been inconsistent in recent games and now faces a high-risk mission ahead. One mistake could mean a touchdown for the opponent. One success could pave the way for a decisive victory. But attention, it's not just our secondary defense that needs to shine. On the defensive front, we have a name that's making a difference and could be key to our containment up the middle. Sheldon Day joined the team and, since entering the rotation with Payne, has shown he has more than enough talent to face any offensive line. He's not talked about much, but the truth is his contribution could be decisive. In recent games, he's been responsible for creating a solid barrier against runs and making life difficult for opposing quarterbacks. Against the Eagles' powerful offensive line duo of Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens, Day will face one of the toughest tasks of his career. And that's exactly what we want to see. How will he perform under this pressure? Moreover, run defense has been a weak point in recent games, something we clearly saw against the Steelers when our team gave up more than 140 rushing yards. We know facing the Eagles' physical and well-organized attack won't be easy. For this, Day needs to continue his good work, positioning himself as a constant nuisance. He's already shown he's capable of making decisive tackles and providing necessary coverage on the front line, but the question remains, can he repeat this performance in such an important game? All signs point to yes, and that's what Commanders fans are hoping for. Speaking of the offensive side, we have to highlight Nick Allegretti's performance, an almost discreet signing that has shown a huge impact on our offensive line. He's the type of player who brings confidence to the team. He's a left guard who stands out for his firm and aggressive stance, bringing security to a sector that was unstable until recently. Against the Eagles' powerful defensive line, he'll face his biggest challenge yet. If Allegretti can hold the pressure, we'll have a better chance of building offensive plays and preventing the quarterback from having to escape pressure on every snap. For those who follow line play, facing Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis is no ordinary task. These two, as starters on the Eagles' defense, are monsters who can destabilize the opposing attack just by their physical presence. If Allegretti and his line mates can't open spaces for our running game or protect the pocket, our chances of victory plummet. Our quarterback Jaden Daniels needs time and support to complete passes and find our receivers. And of course, we need an offensive line that allows our running game to work, something that's been a problem since Brian Robinson Jr., our starting running back, got injured. Another piece that can help us turn the game around is cornerback Benjamin St-Juste, who's under the spotlight after an underwhelming performance last round. He struggled against the Steelers, especially in crucial plays. Coach Dan Quinn is certainly concerned about how St-Juste will react in this game, especially knowing the opponent will try to exploit his weaknesses. The cornerback admitted he tried to do too much in the last game, and that's an important lesson. In a league as demanding as the NFL, precision and self-control are essential. St-Juste has everything to redeem himself, but he needs to be more strategic and less impulsive. Now we're going to talk about a topic that's stirring up Washington Commanders fans. If you're a football fan and have been keeping an eye on Jaden Daniels' talent, I'm going to tell you everything about what's happening with his running game, one of the most dynamic and exciting aspects he had at the start of the season. But now, in recent weeks, things have changed, and Coach Dan Quinn came public to explain what's going on. Seriously, This analysis goes beyond the numbers. We're going to understand what might be behind this game adjustment and how it could impact our beloved Commanders' trajectory. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hurry up and hit the bell to not miss any updates about our team. So, let's remember the impact Daniels had at the start of the season. With impressive rushing totals, I still remember those 88, 47, 44, 82, 50, and 52 yards in consecutive games. He was a dual threat that left opponents panicking, not knowing if he was going to throw a bomb or dive into the defense with those quick runs. His ability to take off running and gain ground was a differential that gave the Commanders tactical advantage and generated hope among fans. But in the last 2 weeks, the scenario changed, and Jaden accumulated only 40 rushing yards. Of course, for us fans, seeing this drop is concerning, but there's much more to this story than just a statistics drop. Coach Dan Quinn didn't take long to address the matter. He explained that this change is part of a new strategy, something well thought out. He said that initially the plan included more runs from Jaden, but now they're seeking to balance offensive options. This means he won't just be used as a secret runner in the game, but also as a strong passer. Quinn made it clear that the goal is to protect Jaden, especially since he's a young talent with incredible potential. On the other hand, he didn't rule out the possibility of seeing Jaden running in key moments. This could be a game changer for us, but we'll need patience to understand how far this new approach can take our team. Agree? The thing is, besides wanting him to stay safer in the pocket, the Pittsburgh Steelers' defense, an opponent we recently faced, is one of the best at what they do. And here's a crucial point. The Steelers managed to pressure Jaden and reduce his ability to move on the field. Quinn praised their defensive work, which really made our offensive plays difficult. However, it's important to note that not all teams have a defense as strong as theirs. So, depending on the next opponent, we might still see Daniels surprising with some strategic runs. Following? The fans know that Jaden has a leaner physical structure. He's not that sturdy QB who can take hits all the time. And this concerns the coaching staff, especially after the rib injury he recently suffered. Imagine how frustrating it must be for him to have to hold back, knowing he has this ability to change the game with his legs, but at the same time, it's a wise decision from the team. There's no point in risking and losing our quarterback for the rest of the season. The coaching staff is being careful and with reason. After all, Jaden is the future of the team. This preservation strategy might be what guarantees our long-term success. Do you think this is the right thing to do? Now, to be clear, it's not that Jaden is forbidden from running. Actually, what the team is doing is using this ability as a psychological threat against opposing defenses. It's like this. Knowing he can run at any moment keeps defenders on constant alert, and this opens up space for other offensive plays. It's strategic chess. Even without running as much, Jaden still manages to draw coverage and create opportunities for teammates. Looking at it this way, the threat of running is almost as useful as running itself. This adjustment shows tactical maturity from the team, which could work very well in the long run. Will the fans understand this point of view? And there's more. Jaden is developing his passing game, and this could be the key to him becoming a complete and unstoppable QB. Of course we love seeing him run, but we can't depend on just that. This pocket training, this ability to read defense and make precise passes, is what can transform Jaden into one of the league's great names. Just imagine, if he combines runs with deadly passing accuracy, we'll have an almost invincible quarterback. But to reach this point, we need time and fans who understand this player development process. Are we prepared to give this vote of confidence? The positive side is that the team still has a range of options. When needed, they can release Jaden to explore the field with his legs, and when not, he focuses on the pocket. With this, the Commanders become less predictable and more dangerous. But deep down, what we most want to see is our quarterback shining, whether running or throwing that perfect ball. Now, it's a matter of knowing the right moment to use each of these abilities. With a cool head and strategic planning, the Commanders can surprise and fight hard in the season. What do you think? Will this new phase of Jaden be the turning point we've been waiting for? To finish, I ask you, fan, is this change in approach what will really make the Commanders stand out this season?